Welcome back, everybody, to the Midwest Dynasty Kings podcast. This is a bonus episode. This is a great episode. We got pretty much anybody and everybody on this episode. We are very, very excited uh, to get things rolling. We have a new member on the pod, so we're gonna get it rolling from here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and then let's get rolling.
Cool. So I'm Dunn. I am the owner of the No Chaser team. Uh, we had a rough year last year, but we're back with a vengeance. So I know we were going to talk about the draft, and so for me, my first round pick to me was Amon-Ra St. Brown. I traded my first round pick, so I didn't draft you when I got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and so
That-
that's how I'm looking at it. My first round pick was Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I think that was a great pick. I don't think anybody gonna have a better pick in the draft than me at that first spot. Um, but my actual real pick was Eli Stowers in the second round, I believe. I already have Tyler Warren, and it was kind of just like the best player available. So I'm thinking now that I have, hopefully, if Stowers come up, and I think Goddard's in his last year of his contract, so I'm thinking he might be the starter going forward. So if he pop off, now I have two, great tight ends. I can maybe trade one, leverage one, because I'm hurting that running back a little bit. Josh Jacobs is my only RB1 right now. My RB2 is kind of a combination of a hodgepodge mix of guys that, we need to kind of fix that. So I'm looking to get some help in that area. And then my last pick was Cynthia Gallup for the Colts. It was it was the fourth pick in the round. Um, it was just throwing it down. Again, I need some running back help. Hopefully, he can get the number two spot on the depth chart over there for the Colts. And then, maybe JT has an ankle. We don't want to wish injuries on nobody, but maybe my guy can come in and get some
That's
shine.
crazy.
Hey,
It's crazy.
sometimes it be like that. But yeah, the strength of my team is my wide receivers. So with St. Brown on the team, I have Lamb. I have Christian Watson, which I know a lot of people, kind of debating whether or not he should have got paid, was debating whether or not he's a true number one. But to me, he's a dog, and he's gonna show a lot of people a lot of things. So I'm excited about him. And then my last receiver is Lab McConkey. I think with the new OC over there with the Chargers, I think they're gonna light it up. So I'm hoping he could be a true wide receiver one. And I could pull out four wide receiver ones out there, and then give that RB2 I need by sliding somebody who might be in need. So that's where I'm at with it.
So you got a game plan going
Got a little
with all
strategy.
that.
Got a little strategy. Yeah.
A lot of moving parts have to happen. A lot of moving parts. All right, Wolf, you want to take it away on your draft? Because I know everybody wants to get on. Everybody wants to jump to legend, but we need to get through everybody first.
Yeah, I bring the ratings. That's what I do. Bring these ratings. It's all good.
That's funny.
I went Denzel Boston in the first round. Um, Kind of felt like I needed some help in the wide receiver department. Like Dunn,
Okay.
I just traded my second pick to try to get some running back help. So I traded my second pick, Marvin Harrison and Isaiah Likely, to try to get Christian McCaffrey. All of what I'm reading about is people hopping off the McCaffrey wagon, and it's all the dynasty mailbags is trade them. But I mean, you got to get some running back help. It get real dark outside if you ain't got nobody starting in that area right there.
It
I
gets
was
real
not very
spooky.
confident. I was not very confident trying James Conner out there for the 4 or 5 carries he gonna get. So yeah, Denzel Boston was just like, I feel like good value there into the first round. I had a pretty decent year last year, so picking at the back. Um, my third pick was Skylar Bell. Again, that's like kind of like the nucleus of my team. It's kind of burning me so far, but I've still been in the playoffs. I like to attach myself to great quarterbacks. So I got Xavier Worthy attached with Mahomes. Now Skylar Bell attaches me to Josh Allen, who's also
Right.
already the quarterback. So hopefully he comes up. I'll have a nice little stack there. We had an off-air conversation about Roma Dunze. I'm not liking what I'm hearing about his foot. Not liking it at all. Getting uncomfortable. And as I was sitting here listening to Dunn talk, I'm actually hoping that we can forge some type of trade for one of those receivers. I'd like to have one of those guys.
I like to have CMC. You brushed past that trade that you did in the heat of the night, and we're gonna talk about it. Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
In the
know.
heat. Ooh.
I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, my last pick was Greg Dulcich. I didn't feel like there was a lot of rookie value there left. I feel like I'm not gonna call Malik Willis a bad quarterback, but suspect quarterback play. They want to find a tight end and want to take a shot at that.
Okay. Okay. Now, I know everybody's been waiting to jump on Legend. Pause. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Pause. Yeah.
we're gonna. He's gonna.
I'm a
I
married
mean,
man.
in all honesty, he's gonna have to explain himself for that first round. I feel like that
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
round, he really
Listen.
he really shook a lot of things up. I was not privy to it because obviously, as you guys know, I had two of the top three picks, so I stayed out of that battle
People in the
royale.
back.
But with that back end, it got real spooky real quick. So, Legend, do you want to explain what your thought was on your back to back picks? Because you did say that you
See,
go shake it up.
but that's why you bring me here for the ratings. I shake I shake it up. Pause. Like so my thing is that I'm not knocking the analytics. They got their place, but I picked because like I wanted Price. I thought Price was gonna fall. I was trying to coach Cole into like, yeah, man, Boston gonna Concepcion like it's some receivers there because you need a receiver. But he historically he normally goes with a running back. So I went and got Jonah Coleman. Now the one thing about Coleman is different than any other running back on that team. And you got guys who are injury prone. And, you know, unfortunately, I think there was a report, out from ESPN said the bust of the Denver Broncos might be RJ Harvey. So like I went with a running back that can be a three down running back that can block, that is actually a totally different type of person. So if he's LeGarrette Blount and getting all the touchdowns and the goal line touches because the other running backs are injury prone, I had my mindset going there. So that's one reason I went Coleman because the type of player he is, the physical runner that he is, he's more durable on a team full of undurable running backs. So like
Mm.
that was my mindset going there. Then when you go into like the other pick, I went now. Emmett Johnson is to me the talk of the talk of the town. Now, see, that's the thing. We get caught up in numbers, but have you watched? I watched college tape. I've watched tape at Nebraska. The
We
thing
watched it.
is, now, the
I think
thing
Emmett Johnson's
is,
a very good player.
Mojo, like Maurice Jones-Drew did a podcast talking about a player that like won all these awards that hasn't been won since he was in college. The one person to win that was Emmett Johnson. Going to the team he went, his coach said that he had the type of wiggle, pause, that Jamal Charles did. Now, I know some of y'all are too young to know who Jamal Charles was, but he was that dude. So if he has that type of elusiveness, I'm buying Emmett Johnson stock. I think I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with y'all. Because y'all looking at the big names. This draft had nothing to do with skill position players. And I said that last time I was on this podcast. This was a defensive tackle,
True.
a defensive end. This was a different type of draft. This not the draft that we're gonna be awe and wow with like generational talent. That's next year. This year, I was trying to keep it simple, try to fill some needs, get some lottery picks, and one of them gonna hit. If they all hit, great. But one of them gonna hit. So I was getting the next. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted Mike Washington because that's the first round that he's going to. The draft capital's too high of the guy in front of him. So I'm like, you got Emmett Johnson. They did spend money on a running back. Super Bowl winner. It's great. The best game I done seen he had was the Super Bowl. He stayed hurt too.
Yes.
So like, so I'm like, you doing all of this? They might go to a two running back set, and this guy might eventually overtake him because this dynasty. This is not redraft. I got 2 years, 3 years. He might be the starter over there, and Mahomes will still be the quarterback. So that's my mindset in the first round.
Okay.
See, it makes sense now. It don't
Okay.
sound crazy now. Do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it still
Can we
sounds a
have
little. It still sounds a little.
Do we
You
anybody want to respond before we,
I got a few questions.
or should we let him go and finish off his rounds first and then
Yeah,
follow
go
back
ahead.
up?
Go through the whole draft.
Yeah,
Go through the whole
go
draft.
ahead. Let us see you finish your rest
Okay,
of pick
so
search.
like my thing was I need a running back. Now I got my money on a guy who had two ACL tears on the Carolina Panthers. So I'm
which
sorry,
is
I gotta
crazy.
do what I gotta do. Like, and he might come back, and he might be that dude. But like,
I think
I've been
John's a pretty
waiting on
good
him.
guy.
I think he will be okay. But still, this is keeper league. I got some years. I'm willing to. I drafted an extremely young team, so I'm willing to kind of go that route and go that path. Now, my other mindset was Desmond Claiborne. Got him, Wake Forest. Wake Forest numbers are amazing. His issue was his height, weight, and speed. His speed and everything else is great, just his height. But he's in front of two guys. One guy that is kind of injury prone, a little older. Another guy who has not ever really claimed a starting running back job everywhere he went. On 49ers, he had it for a little bit. He's good in the first half. In the second half, he runs out of steam. So that was my mindset going there. So I couldn't get my sleeper list, but I could go down the draft list. I kind of went, and then I had to I had to give me a player, get a Hoosier. It was gonna have to happen. Like I want to get a, and I've been reading the reports about McCaffrey too. I want to get in the business of that. I want to know. I just want to know. McCaffrey has outlasted every backup, so he has been the test of time. This keeper league, this black old, but I'm willing to kind of play it out. Now, the steal of the draft is the backup quarterback for the Rams I got. No one's talking about that. That he was there in the fourth round. We all talking about Fournette, like a quarterback we're getting in the second round. That's none of my business. I got a backup to a powerhouse of an offensive team where he'll get a chance to sit and get good. And I have a quarterback in the future. So that was my mindset, getting a future quarterback because I need some kind of help there, but also trying to get running backs in positions that they could possibly overtake and win the job.
Okay.
okay? That's a thorough breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Does not mean that everything makes sense. Probably to you.
But it makes sense. It makes sense for my team, though.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have to make
I
sense for
get that.
nobody else's team but my team. So
That's it.
that's all
You
that
have a
matters.
that's very 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 valid. But so does anybody have any qualms with how that
Qualms.
draft went? Especially the first round. I feel like he definitely shook it up and everybody got real spooky real quick.
I'll let Dunn and Wolf go first.
So, I mean, okay. So, question number one: did you try to trade? Because you had two first round picks. Did you try to trade up or down at any point?
So I did,
Okay.
and I was trying to get Cole's spot because I knew who Cole was going to take, and he wanted players that I wasn't willing to give up, like for just one extra spot above me.
All right.
And I had back-to-back first-round picks. I felt like I had more leverage.
Right.
I think the draft to me is all about leverage. I really could care who I'm drafting. My thing is to make your day upset because I've already got the game plan. Now you're playing. This is my draft at that point. So it was my draft at that moment. I got everybody I wanted to get. I might have reached on a player or two, but I still kind of shook things up. So I
I like
came,
I like
I
all the
saw,
players
and I
that you
conquered.
drafted. Like I like all the players that you drafted. It was just like how you went about going to get them. But if your mindset was like, yo, I need a running back, so I'm about to just use every pick to like get the running backs that I think might pop, and that was my strategy. Okay, I mean, that's all I got.
That meant a lot coming from you. I know that was so hard, Don. That was so hard. I can't. I got the back of my phone here. I can't see your face, but I know
That's
that
so funny.
that took a lot. So I
I do have a
appreciate
question,
that.
another question. I'm sorry. Did you ever think about going? I can't think of his name, but the backup running back in Tennessee. Did you think about having him?
Singleton. I mean, and that's probably I liked I like the Kansas City Chiefs over the Titans.
Yeah,
Like the backup is cool, but Pollard's still not. He's not bad.
and they still got
Singleton
Spears
eventually.
behind that, so you might be talking about the third or
Right,
something. Yeah.
right. And so I'm like, I kind of like the pathway to success for Johnson. And then especially when the head coach is kind of, you know,
We've
there,
been
even
talking
though
about
it's a
him.
later pick in like a fourth round pick or wherever he went the fifth round. They weren't talking about him like a fifth round pick. they're talking because this draft was like so heavy on tight ends and other positions that so many teams went with. Other skill players kind of went later than they normally would go in other drafts.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Wolf, you want to go
Okay.
ahead?
Yeah, that was my question. I was a little curious about why you didn't go Singleton. I feel like to his path to getting on the field is a lot clearer than the people you name. Like in redraft, Kenneth Walker is going to be a first or second round pick. In redraft, uh, J.K. Dobbins and R.J. like that's going to be like a muffled situation. We talking like sixth, seventh, eighth round guys probably. But like Tony Pollard, I think is very much jumpable. Tajay Spears is like a 14th, 15th round pick. I just feel
Right.
like it would have been easier for you to jump that. But I do, again, I don't want to be a hypocrite here. I am a fan of connecting yourselves to certain situations you believe in, and connecting yourself to Sean Payton and Andy Reid is not a bad idea at all.
See, that was my thing because Andy Reid always has that like Westbrook, that type of
Yeah,
running back that's a receiving running back, that Darren Sproles, that he may not be the guy, but he get good fantasy like ability right away and then slowly.
Yep.
Because if he's just like and we're in PPR league, so this is like once again, like I said, guys, I'm not talking about anybody, but knowing the rules of your league is important. So like if Ibby Johnson gets 5 receptions and 50 yards, bro, that's 10 points. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not bad from a guy who is a backup. So just kind of, he's in the right system, a right good offensive system. We got a running back in front of him who gets paid a lot of money, but does get hurt a lot. He might come in and get like fantasy value. And then long term, I've seen. I trust Andy Reid. I know what he can do with a running back that has that type of skill set. He said Jamal, and it might be the words had me ready. Pause. He said Jamal Charles Wiggle. I was gone. Like I was done after that. I didn't need to hear nothing else. I've seen the tape, but the way that that type Andy Reid don't talk about players like that unless he likes those players. He's not that type of coach to do all that coach speak. He's like Belichick. He says something, he means it. So when he's talking about, I like what I'm seeing from a fifth rounder. I'm gone. And so it might just mean I trust the offense over there at Kansas City.
I get
Mm-hmm.
a little pushback here. You know, he liked Isaiah Pacheco a lot too, and now he's not over there. And then my thing
True.
is that
True.
But to
this
this point, though, Pacheco got a lot of opportunity to prove that he, could not do. He got a lot of run over
There might have been
Yeah.
injuries with Pacheco too. So like I feel
No,
you.
that's true. When I think about it.
I hope it works out for you. Because if it
Hey,
turns out to be
Overall.
like, let me ask you this. I mean, I guess I shouldn't ask you that, like, because
Go
you would
all
ahead.
good.
obviously say you'd be disappointed. I was gonna say, like, what if I just think it's a lot of stuff over there, and like to go fifth or sixth and take Johnson on on teams that's ready to win right now, it's very tricky to play these rookie running backs. Like the rookie running backs usually get off on suspect or average teams. Like
Mm-hmm.
he got to be able to block for Mahomes. Like it's a lot of stuff that's going to keep him off the field in terms of.
So
Right.
so
But
I'm
I
glad
mean,
that you brought up.
I think it's a home run. I think I would have took one of them. I think if you'd have took one of them and then went with a safer pick and then been like, I'm gonna
there.
swing
I was
here
going.
and
Do
go
we think
safer.
that either Johnson or Johnson? Do we think he would have been there in the second on his comeback? Like, did he have to go? If you wanted him, did you have to take him where you took him, or you think he would have been there?
It's hard to know what people would have done.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah. I don't know what people's mindsets. Yeah.
I'm in
That's
four dynasties, so that's like I'm in four dynasty leagues. All of them are done now. This is definitely the highest I've seen him go. But again, like I'm with you though. I firmly believe he is very talented though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it's a conversation in terms of talent. He is. I think he's more talented than Nick Singleton. I think he's more talented than Coleman. I
I agree.
honestly think he's more talented than Price too. Price is just in a better situation. to me.
And
And
that's what I was just gonna bring up. So Jadarian Price, that's who you said that you wanted to try to grab. Now he's a rookie who's in a good situation, right? Is that something that you were eyeing from the beginning?
um yeah, see the yes, I was eyeing it, but like when I sit back and kind of look at it now, was he a byproduct of just like a generational talent? Because we've seen this story before. Bijan Robinson like had a running back that was with him that went to the Bears and he's almost out the league. Like I like Price is a good talent by itself and he will put up numbers and he's in a great situation. But was that more or less fatigue from the defense in college after the generational talent kind of just wore everybody down? So I mean I didn't get the guy. I wanted the guy. I'm not gonna talk bad about him. Great, but I had to still pivot. My team needs or we're at a certain place, regardless of who's going to be there. It was going to be running
So,
back. Like I was
Cole
going to go with
never,
somebody.
Cole didn't tell you for sure he was taking Price. You just found out during the draft, like, oh, I guess Price is going. You had
Yeah,
to like pivot.
yeah, but you know, you got to stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I had
Mhm.
A, B, C, D, F plans. Like I knew I love Jonah Coleman. Like I know it
Mhm.
seems hard, but a few good injuries, that whole
Yeah, I mean,
team about to look different.
he might
So
start in a
like
Mhm.
year or two.
yeah,
Mhm.
like he might start at the end of this year. Like he might go
Mhm.
down like
It's
that.
possible.
Yeah.
Like legit. Cause the reason that I say that is he's gonna be their like Punisher running back. No other running back that they have on the team can do what Jonah Coleman does. So you might see RJ and and Dobbins kind of go back and forth with what they do, but they can't do what Coleman can do. Third down running backs are important in the NFL. He is a three down, can get blocks, can get three tough yards. And like you keep
Okay.
that type of player on the field. So that was my mindset going
As
there.
somebody who owns J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey, I hope you're very wrong, but I am. I am a little. If anybody else who had them, I'd be like, oh, I'm going for Coleman, so I can make sure I have everybody there. But
See,
Mhm.
but see that's the difference here. Like, you know, I got you. But like now I got something that you need at this point, pause. And it's like I'm not willing I see the value where I'm at. You know how injury prone they get. You know one running back was gone, the other one was there. You know they both can get hurt. And you know he got all those numbers doing jump cuts behind the backfield. And his coach didn't like that. His coach openly has said, I don't like, you know, I want you to just and the thing is, Sean Payton likes a certain type of runner. This is knowing the statistical trends of the head coach. He likes a guy that could just run and then wear down the you know the defensive line so they can do other things. So, you
I think
know,
you like J.K. Dobbins the best though, but he's injury prone, so you never know.
they both injury prone. This is what I'm saying, man. Like they all injury prone over
Put
there.
down R.J. Harvey. R.J.
I see
Harvey.
it easy. To me, I'm like, give it a good, you know, give week 4, week 5. We gonna say something different.
Mhm.
You know how this is. So like that's just my mindset going into it. You
Now,
know,
I will jump in here and get a little feedback. So, I'm not mad at the Coleman pick at all. I feel like Legend a lot. Like when that conversation came up with Coleman, I purposely was quiet in the chat because we in other dynasty leagues together. I didn't want to talk, you know what I'm saying? Because the last time I talked, I didn't have lemon, but we ain't gonna talk about that anymore. You know,
oh
we gonna get to
wow.
that another time.
That's a
So
whole episode.
I had to hold my lips. But I feel exactly everything Legend saying with Coleman. I'm cool on
So
Emmett.
wait. So do you have after Love? You got Coleman as the second best running back in the whole draft.
Arguably to Price, I think that Coleman could in the year. I think he could potentially at the end of the year be the starter of running backs.
Zach
Now,
Charbonnet is
keep
hurt
it.
and his contract about to be up. That's about to be
Look,
Price's
look,
backfield.
look. But yet, what you doing right now? Aren't you picking up Holland? Why are you doing that there? You know what I'm
I'm hoping
saying?
the prayer.
Why
Oh,
Lord.
that doesn't it
oh.
shouldn't matter, right? He's a
No,
nobody.
no,
That's it's for a
I'm gonna cover
reason.
my butt. I'm gonna always
Okay,
cover my butt.
it's a reason there. We don't hear about Buddy, but it's background to that. You don't know you're not just picking up people just to have a backup if they nobodies.
For
But
sure.
I feel him on the Coleman. I personally feel this draft after the first five, the obvious
Yeah,
first five picks, go
it's
get
our
your
fault.
boys. This is the
Right.
draft to go get your boys. I don't have no problem with really nobody Everybody else at the 5, go get your boys. I don't have everybody got their thought process at that point.
Do we think
Nobody
any
else in
of
this middle to end first round jumps out at me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of did what I did with the other league. Go get your boys who you want. You know,
See,
this
see,
ain't that league. This ain't that draft.
I know what this is. I just realized I got a few of Dunn's handcuffs. He tried to bring the value down because a few guys, you got some running backs over there that might get some civil court cases coming up. I got guys over here. We don't know what suspension's gonna look like. You gonna have to come talk to me. So just talk to me nice. That's all I'm asking. Like that's all I'm asking. You gonna need something one day, and it's gonna be like, I don't remember when. You don't remember when. Like, yeah, I'm just saying, bro.
I'm not addressing any of that. So, fellas, do we think do we think there's a chance that
So
any of the wide receivers after Tate, Tyson, and Lemon, do we think like Concepcion or Cooper or anyone has a shot to be like the best receiver in the actual draft?
No, I don't
The
think so.
best? No, but I do
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I think it's definitely opportunity for these receivers to be pretty productive.
Hmm.
Um, like Chris Bale is in a great situation over there to go over there straight to Miami and like Malik Washington's the number one receiver.
Yeah,
I
that's a
want his
great
number that Chris
situation.
Bell. I know somebody
Yeah.
smoked me on that.
Like him,
yeah, it's
Caleb
me.
Douglas, like somebody on Miami's gonna catch the ball. First of all, they're gonna be losing. Like
Hmm.
somebody has to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Caleb
That's
Douglas.
true.
Yeah.
I just would
So
rather have these. I mean, I'm not trying to take no more shots at you, Legend, but I would rather have these upside receivers that might step into 100, 110 targets. Well, maybe not that many, but like 70, 80 targets possibly over like third down running backs.
See, but like for where I'm coming from,
He built it for the future.
I think you have to, but that's the thing. I was building for the future. So the oldest player on my team is Nico. Everybody's younger. Like we just had Zay Flowers, top 10 receiver. We still acting like he not a top 10 receiver in fantasy. So like I got young receivers. I'm kind of cool there. Like I don't know what Michael Pittman's gonna do. I don't know what Romeo Dobbs gonna do. But when I get to T Higgins and Luther Burden, I'm cool at receiver. I didn't need them right now. Like I need to fill a void and fill that void quickly so I could go dominate. So like at my point, like that's my mindset going into it. Like when of these running backs gonna hit? Like I think all of them gonna hit in like 3 years. So
So with your
time
team
will
being
tell.
so young, like what's your goal for this season? Like is it like just to make the playoffs? Is it just like where you see your team at right now?
I mean, do you see? You shouldn't ask questions like that because I just want to beat you at this point. Pause. Like I need to give you L's. Like L's is
it
what you
doesn't.
need to get. Like you've been talking real reckless. Like, and that's us. I don't win championships when I'm focused on just beating you. So I'm not gonna do that. I want to go win. But like obviously, like the last few years, I've given you in all leagues it's been like L's. Like, and we can go look at the Yahoo data. I have put you
That's
out the
tough.
playoffs many a days. Like so,
Nah,
and
we
then when
can't
I
talk about
don't,
that.
that's when you
Let's.
win. But I'm just saying, like we got history here, so when you gotta understand, like he loves to tell us about your team is trash, but I make sure I make it a point that like you gotta see me to get that last seed, and I'll pick up a guy off the waiver. This is why like you gotta trust Legend to get a guy off the waiver wire and put you out the playoffs with a guy off the waiver wire. And I've done this multiple years, so like I can assess talent. I like it may not make sense. It don't make sense. Like I don't I done got guys that didn't make sense, and I won championships with them. So
Hmm.
it's
I'm not gonna.
cool.
So
I
to
think you
I,
got
you
you know,
grasp
and
for
I
assessing
like.
and I
talent,
did and I did get Brian Thompson off the Chargers that he gonna be the deep threat over there. So like yo OC
You
like to
got
throw the
who?
deep ball and like to Brennan Thompson
Okay.
receiver that was drafted because we
What?
took a bet for $500 who's gonna get the most yards, and I
Uh-huh.
made sure to hedge my bets. Got deep like your fastest receiver, deep ball threat. He's short, he's small, he's not as bulky as receivers that have been in Miami in the past, but he's gonna be the fast deep threat, the fastest guy where they like to throw that deep ball. He's gonna get
So
that
he
instead
so
of
he gonna
another
jump.
receiver.
Trey Harris, Quinn Johnston, and Lad McConkey and be the number one on the team? Is what you saying?
No, he's gonna be the deep threat and take away those deep passes to your possession receiver, which you want to do a bet on yardage with me with a
Okay.
possession receiver to like the most athletic receiver on the Bears roster. That's the bet that you made. But that's cool. We gonna see this out.
I
And I
hope,
need to make sure
buddy.
that we put that on there. Like, no, we not gonna run around the topic. Let's just get to the meat and the potatoes
I
here, bro.
hope your
Like,
boy that you're talking about enjoys the 5 snaps a game he gonna get. I hope he does.
right.
If possible,
And those
those
five
five
deep
snaps.
bombs he gonna get if he catch two,
Nah, he could be
he
out there
is the
blocking, buddy.
no,
Out
he's
there
not
blocking.
built to block. He's a fast. This is why I be like, you gotta watch the game. It's not about the numbers, man. Did you see what he did at the colleges that he was one of the fastest receivers last year in college. He's a
Okay.
deep threat. He's a smaller receiver, but that's what that OC likes to use. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. I just know he like fast players are taking like swinging at the fence. So
I'm glad you brought up the bet so you can put it out there for
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
who's
put
watching.
put it out there, man.
Me and Legend had a
All right.
bet on who's going to
Mhm.
have the most yards between Lad McConkey and Luke DeBerg.
Which is a
I
crazy
have
bet.
Lad McConkey.
I feel like we're gonna have
Now
you guys back
is this
on.
is this all purpose yards? So, like we say yards, right? This is all purpose, right?
I will let you make the stipulation. However you feel. We can do it
You
however you want to do.
you're talking like I'm going. You're talking like I'm gonna lose. Like I'm worried about you at this instance. Like, cause
That's
I
actually
know
not a
who
All
the
bad
right, we
bet.
deep
can
That's a
threats.
pretty good bet. Though both
let's
guys
let's go
are
ahead.
them. I think that's a good
No,
bet.
it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be
I think
close.
it's not gonna be tight at all.
Yeah.
I think Luther Bird about to shock the world. And you about to find out because I know you ain't watching no Bears games. I know for a fact now. You you not a Bears fan. That's cool. I was born in Cook County. That's my team. Like it's cool. Like I watch the games. I know what the boy
Yep.
can do. I know
One
exactly
plays in a
from
dome.
I know what
His
East
only
St. Louis.
competition
I know
is
what
Quentin
East St.
Johnston.
Louis can do. I know what he can do. I
I
know I've
believe
seen
him.
it. Yeah, no,
Believe
no, he
him.
cold. He bought this about to be his team. Like
Even if you want to say he's more talented than McConkey, I might even argue he's more talented. But we're talking about production and who's going to be in the game.
yeah, bro. Do you know the receivers on the Chargers? Like it's other receivers on that team. And
Just
this guy
one.
gonna be the number one. Get no, it's more than one. What you talking about? It's at least two.
All right, so wait. So we all I know y'all go back and forth with this. Nolan, I think it's only right too, just to circle back, of course, the guess. If you wanna
Hold on,
cool.
hold on. Hey,
I don't know if it's jumping.
uh, so who has the incoming call?
Oh, somebody
Oh,
jumped.
he did. Yeah,
All good.
it's all good. He'll
My bad,
he'll
my
jump
bad.
back
Y'all
in.
Yeah.
can hear me?
So
No,
I was
I
gonna
was gonna
say
say
Hello?
let's.
Nolan.
Y'all still there?
I was gonna make sure it's catching. Nolan.
Yep.
Yep. No, I was gonna say since we went through of course, every guess. Can you hear us? Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hear you.
We
Yeah,
good. We
we
good. I
good.
think Legends have to
Oh,
pop out.
all good. No, Nolan, I was just saying we'd let every guest go through their rookie drafts and their picks. We might as well just go on and do a summary of ours as well, just to kind of get an idea of
Yeah.
what we could just do a quick little run
Uh,
through.
yeah. Do like a quick little recap. I mean, if
Yeah.
you want to go, you go ahead and go. I feel like mine's is pretty.
Yeah. Are
It's
we
pretty
good now?
simple.
Yeah.
You tell us, Legend. You the one getting incoming calls.
My bad. So the offensive line is about to be
No,
healthy
we
for the
just.
Chargers.
Hey,
Hey.
Like
So
Hold
real
we
on.
quick.
acting like
They
Wait,
finna
wait.
go through they
Hey,
finna go through their
hold on,
recap and
Legend.
they
We're
Hey.
picks.
gonna go through recap my rookie draft picks real quick, Legend.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
cool, cool,
Legend.
cool.
All right.
You already. Your time is done, man.
Look.
You went on a
Oh,
rant,
my bad, bro.
boy.
No, we
My
good. We
bad.
good. I'll just
My
go through
bad.
mine. I'll go through mine real quick.
Oh
Uh,
my bad. Oh my bad, bro. Like it's just been
no,
built
you
up,
good.
man. I'm sorry.
You good.
Pause. Like it's
I'll just go through it mine real quick. First pick, obvious. I've been talking for months, 5 months to be exact. My Kyle Lemon, but who's counting? Been waiting to get
Months.
him. Second round pick. Did a lot of studying, a lot of listening.
Yeah,
YouTube
tell the
videos.
viewers like taking Makai at 2 isn't outrageous, but it's unconventional. So tell them why you believe in him so much
Yeah,
over the other receivers.
it's a lot of reasons here. Do a lot of we talk about analytics. The analytics are there. He has the lowest floor to me out of the three. Um, in terms of the talent, what he went up against, his junior sophomore year, he flashed early. He does a great. I think his yards per route run against man his zone is over 3. That's well above average. That's usually see from like top college players coming in.
Yeah, the talent
Um,
crazy.
Yep.
yeah, so those are like big signs that you kind of look for. So I've been kind of deep diving that in terms of Tyson. Tyson has he has that analytics that's very close or similar, but not on both sides for his man
Hmm.
his zone. And then you have to deal with, of course, he got the little injury history, that kind of bothers people. Tate, I know they make the excuse. His numbers are kind of down in those little categories. Granted,
Not
I know
athletic.
he's against. I know he's the excuse he gets is he's got Jeremiah Smith on the other side. What you want him to do and all of that stuff. I get it. He's that big play receiver, but Tennessee. Then Makai goes to Philly. AJ Brown is leaving. It's just a plug and play.
So you
I
think they're gonna throw it
personally
around enough
say
over
it
there in
again.
Philly? You
A
think they're
plug
gonna
and
throw it enough
play.
for Makai to get his
Yeah.
number in
Now
Philly?
I think new coordinator. They're motivated. I think Hurts is motivated. AJ Brown, the noise of that is gone. I think they're
Yeah,
really going to show us a different bag. I really think so.
that's
And I
what's up.
think him and Devontae, personally, they're going to be more of a 1A, 1B than a like clear cut Devontae and like limit gonna give hints. Now, not immediately. I ain't saying he coming out the gate swinging, but give him like a year. I think Devontae, he doesn't have that diva-ness. You know what I'm saying? They can be two potential
So
Batman,
you
so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
so you're
Eventually.
saying you're not sure if Lemon's gonna pop this year. It might be. You're willing to take some time.
But I think he's gonna show the flashes and stuff
Do
too.
we think everybody? You would think he's gonna start like with Brown and Wicks? Do we think it's gonna be for sure Lemons the number 2 starting receiver, or do we think they might have him be the slot, or how we going?
No, absolutely. I think Wicks was just we just getting prepared. I don't think they expected Lemon to be there to grab him. You got to
Sure, yeah,
think when they got Wicks at the time, the time and everything. They was
yeah.
loading up all them receivers before we
Because they
knew
thought AJ Brown was
all
gonna
that
be out.
stuff.
Yeah,
Blah blah blah. They ain't think Lemon was gonna be there. The way they jumped the pick, and when people go jump picks, and that's a great organization. All the signs is there. That was the last thing I expected to happen. I was really hoping the Rams, of course, ideally, to be in that machine, but that didn't happen. It got a little tight. Y'all saw me getting nervous live. We was in the chat. The Jets came around. I was
Yeah,
getting real, real nervous. But it fell perfectly. But personally, I think that he's gonna be that. So, like I said, it's gonna take a little time, but I think they could potentially be a 1A, 1B. So that's why I'm so high on him. I think it's a clear cut. I think he's gonna be long term the best of the three. And that's kind of my little, tidbit on that. Um, Obviously the next one I swung around Elijah Surratt. I had two picks that I had to trade from. I got a little cute. I didn't think Eli Stowers would sit there, and I'm like, okay, I got cute, and it came to bite me. Dunn took 2 seconds. He picked Eli Stowers,
just to
so
clear it
that's
up.
on me. That's on me. But to be honest, I was cool with it. I would have been more upset that you actually would have picked Surratt over Stowers. Surratt is actually my little sleeper kind of, you know what I'm saying? That receiver core is kind of open. I'm not worried about Bateman, honestly. Zay is Zay, gadget type. I know they all this talk about the Ravens and he can do everything and all of that.
Them
I
drafting two
think
receivers though, it made it like which one is
that's
it going to be? You know what I'm saying?
right. But I still think that Surratt,
Just the guy.
again, analytic bag, you know what I'm saying, bigger receiver. I was surprised, of course, Jacoby, and then they did Surratt. But I think Surratt can potentially be better. Um, I'm really big on Surratt. Like I said, I can speak openly now. I got him in every every dynasty I can get. I think he's my like main little sleeper. So of course I got the trade wrapped around the second, Bryce Lance. He's another sleeper of mine. Small school, I get it. Numbers off the charts though. He is an older receiver. And that's just a dart throw sleeper. But who
He got
he's
drafted to
playing,
who?
the Saints.
Okay.
So on top
So he's
of
gonna be
that,
backing up my boy
you're
Tyson. He's gonna
correct. So you see what's going on. So Tyson, Olave, I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, injuries, little bugs, you know what I'm saying. I think they got the quarterback is nice over there. You know, I think they building some nice little stuff. They got two receivers for a reason. To me, every time you see teams draft two receivers, it's something with that. You know what I'm saying? And then Bryce got the numbers to go with it. It's just a small school, the competition and all that. But if he get an opportunity, I think he can make a little noise. You know, Tyson, no nothing on you done. You know, if he get a little injury, sit out a couple
He's
games,
gonna be fine.
might get some
Y'all looking at the
flashes.
next Odell
Yeah,
Beckham Jr. You
yeah,
heard it
yeah.
here
See.
first.
So yeah, so that's that. To wrap around, Eli Heidenreich, this on some deep dive, dart throw. I've been in the trenches. We ain't gonna go too far with it. He got a lot of steps ahead. I ain't gonna speak too highly on him. We'll see what happens. And then Cyrus Allen for the Chiefs, dart throw fourth round. The logic is basically receiving cores is open. Travis Kelsey, how much longer this gonna last? Worthy, is he really, you know what I'm saying? Is it sustainable? Is he really the guy? You know what I'm saying? Rice, he can be in jail tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. So that's basically that's basically the thought process of that.
Y'all need to stop
Um,
wishing jail on players, okay? Some
yeah,
people got a
Yeah,
little
Hey,
stop
it's
hey,
doing
they
open
need
that.
to stop
to
going. They stop making better decisions,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. To me, it's open over there. It's a lot going on. They battle a lot of little allegations of assault.
Keep
You
your
know,
hands to
why not?
yourself.
For a fourth round with Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, why not? So
yeah,
that's my thoughts on that. So, but the main people though, my sleepers, Sherrod, I got them everywhere. Bryce Lynn, same thing, and then Eli Heidenreich is just my little dirt throw. So that's it for me.
That's
Yep, yep.
that's a thorough breakdown. I mean, mine's is pretty straightforward, as you guys know. The first pick, ob- obvious, obvious Jeremiah Love, but I also had the third pick, so I picked up Tate.
Yeah,
who he
I mean,
traded
that's
talk
St.
about
Brown
that.
for.
I did, but well, I didn't just get that first pick though. Let's
Sure.
I didn't want to bring up what else I got. I just I was going to just leave that to the
What else did I
to
get? I
the
forgot what's the old trade? What's the old trade?
I got I got your first round. I got your first round next year, and I got your second round next year. Yeah. So, like I said, my team was already
Got quiet on that
like
one, boy.
to me, St. Brown wasn't gonna make my team great. Uh,
You have to rebuild.
I, I
Get some depth.
I knew that. So to offload him to get that haul, sure. Um, I picked up.
No, we was in the chat like we get it, but then we didn't get it. But like it makes more sense you say it like that. If you hit on those picks, it'll be worth it. So you just
Hey,
gotta hit
we'll
on those
stop shaking
Right.
your
picks.
head over there, Mister. I got
Yeah, I
McCaffrey
was
for
waiting. I
nothing.
was.
You
I
know
see
what
you
I
with the
mean?
cut. Hey, hey.
I'm just, I gave up. Marvin Harrison was a top three pick. Like it's not like I gave up some bum. So what I'm trying to figure out is when y'all get to these spaces, this is for anybody. Just let me know next time. If anytime y'all looking to trade
So
Eli
Stop
so
talking about
look,
Harris
McCaffrey.
so look,
for a first
so
round
look.
pick,
Here's the
I
thing.
would look. I'm just throwing my hat, name in the hat. I'm interested. So if you're thinking like I want to get
But
this pick off, I want to get this guy off. I'm looking for a pick. Come get me.
but the thing is, you didn't have a high enough pick for that though. That's what I'm trying to
Right, you
say.
ain't have to.
See,
Yeah,
a lot of people think that like I was gonna just trade a like a mid a mid first round for him. That wasn't gonna happen. The fact that he had the third pick is what made it like okay, because I knew for a fact I was gonna get a running back and a receiver that I wanted. Period. Because I already knew who was going second. So like if you try to trade me a fifth, a sixth, two firsts, that's man, I'm not taking two firsts that's mid round. Why? Because then I won't get the people that I want.
Oh,
Ain't gonna happen.
it sounds like you taking
And then
shots. hold on.
Nope.
It's all you
Nope.
taking
And
shots.
then
Because the only
I'm
person who
not
had
taking
two
up,
mid round
but
first round picks is me.
all I'm saying,
Yo, you could
You
have
ain't
all
slick.
all
You ain't
had
slick.
Jackson,
all
brother.
all I'm saying is this. He also offered two other picks that I know for a fact no one was willing to give up.
I wouldn't. See, I ain't doing that.
Exactly. Exactly. Everybody got real quiet, right? Nobody was willing to give up to my next year's pick. See what I'm saying? So it's like, don't
Nah,
like everybody want to come at me about
It ain't the
nah, no,
worst
no, no, no,
though.
no, no. If you're not willing to
Yeah.
give up
If
that,
if Dunn if
if you're
Dunn
not
have
willing
a
to give it
bad
up,
year, if
Um.
Dunn have a bad year and that trade ends up being
About
Carnell
6 picks.
Tate, Jeremiah Smith, or Carnell Tate and Lacey from Ole Miss, and some nice second round pick for Amon Rod, that could look a lot better.
Yeah.
Especially 'cause I
And
think Tyson's gonna
which
be like I was on Tyson the whole yeah.
yeah.
guess
so
we'll
you know what
never
I'm saying?
know.
Like
Like so.
uh
I can't wait for
but
these
I mean but the
trades
rest of my
process because I'm
picks,
gonna be the first guy in the chat. I'm gonna be the guy in the chat. So this was the trade. It was this and this. We're gonna eliminate the pick and put the players
yeah,
in,
come in the chat.
and
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
gonna
listen,
look like
hey,
that Caleb
but I tell you
Williams,
this though.
for
Here's what's
Bryce
crazy.
Young, and it's gonna look like that type of stuff.
I tell you this though.
Well, not Caleb
Here's what's
Williams.
crazy.
Well, it was Caleb Williams. Yeah.
Mhm.
If I get if I get pick 1, 2 next year, it's a wrap. I don't want to hear anything because my team, like I already know my team is not going to be the greatest team. And like if they, but see, but also the thing is, if my rookies do hit, right? If Jeremiah Love goes off, if Carnell Tate goes off, I still have Lamar Jackson. Like, I mean, people think that like my team is just not going to like, yeah, a miracle may have to happen. And even then,
Mhm.
I'm still trying to offload Lamar Jackson, and it seemed like nobody want that dude. So
I wouldn't say it's
It's just
nobody
we don't want
wants
to
him.
pay
It's
for
just it's
him.
very hard trading quarterbacks
Yeah.
Yeah.
because most
I
people are
can
gonna feel
no,
like they got a quarterback that's competent enough that, like for
and I can
instance,
see
right now,
that.
if I trade Josh Allen, if I traded Josh Allen, I don't want a quarterback back. I want full freight for Josh Allen, and I'll start Jackson Dart. Like I want full freight, and you're gonna have to pay me a lot more. Most people gonna be like, I can't pay for
It's
Lamar
hard.
Jackson.
I know
Yeah.
it's difficult,
When Lamar Jackson
but
was 24 years old, it'd be a different story.
I
You know,
tried to
if he
trade
was
Lamar
younger, that
Jackson
might work, but
to the person who want Lamar, like who really wants him, and he ain't trying to get rid of him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
he just tap
but
into
yeah,
that a little harder.
I
easy.
drafted Chris Bell, um, for that reason that you guys talked about earlier. Miami literally has no one down there.
Yeah, I
So,
love that pick.
but I was gonna ask the question earlier before everybody kind of got on a when I everybody before Legend got on his little rant.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's everybody's dark horse? So so I drafted Carson Beck, and I know that was probably like a little. I mean, I wouldn't say for everybody that could be it could be kind of like off, but being here in Arizona and hearing about how Jacoby Brissett is really not it ain't looking good for him. So I'm banking on
I
Carson
think
Beck to
Carson
kind
Beck
of
could be
have
he could be
uh
this year's
uh
Tyler Cook. I think he has that
that's what I'm saying.
potential,
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
okay.
To have that
He
same kind
looks
of
Carson
impact.
Beck's a bum.
Uh
I'm just playing.
yeah.
I was just playing.
so this guy. So yeah,
I'm a
so
I'm
I
a
mean my
I'm a,
team
a Florida I'm a Florida State guy, so I don't like Carson Beck just because he was in the ACC.
uh
That's personal. It's not like
Okay.
that. I truly
Okay.
think he's a bum. No. It's a good pick.
I mean, I think I think out of all the quarterbacks that were drafted, even Mendoza, and I like Mendoza. I feel like Carson Beck, just because he's bounced around, he's won a lot, he's done all that stuff. I think he's more NFL ready than any other quarterback. That's just me though.
But the thing is, he got to do it this year because while the quarterback's coming out next year, if he don't start, he's the guy they just gonna draft one of the top ones next year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
No, no. I think the Cardinals.
What's
I
their
feel like
win
the
total?
Cardinals
Four and a
are.
half.
What'd you say? Well,
Yeah, I think the
I'm trying to
Cardinals
just
are
for
going to
future
tank.
bet. I'm trying to figure out what's their win total.
You taking over or under?
I'm taking the under. They're
Oh,
going
you
to
think they're gonna be
lose
the
every
worst team?
game in their division. They're not going to beat the Rams or the Seahawks or the 49ers. That's 6 losses right there.
Mhm. That's true.
And they said they're trying to slow walk Love too, so he might not be out there as much. So we'll see.
If it's under 5.5, I'm all over it. 4.5. They know how to set it. They always right
They
there.
Yeah.
they know how to set it, man.
Yeah,
Four and a half.
nah.
What is that? 17 games? What's that? 4-13?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have to
It'll
see.
be a rough go. So yeah,
What you saying,
so
Nolan?
who's so
Nolan, you trying to get everybody dark horses?
yeah. I was gonna say. So what's
Uh,
everybody else's like one player, whether it be on your team or not on your team, that you think will have a very productive like rookie campaign.
Oh, it's a rookie. Okay, hold on.
I say
Yeah. So we'll
Desmond
start with
Claiborne. My bad, my
ooh
bad.
No, you was ready. Go ahead, 'cause
no.
I gotta get my
You
Yeah,
know
notes.
go
what?
ahead, Legend.
No, I
Go ahead,
say
Legend. Yeah, I was
Desmond.
about to say since
I really think like I was really glad to get him because I seen his numbers at Wake Forest and like I'm not really phased. Like he got two older running backs in front of him. He might be smaller, but like the speed and the ability and what he did at the ACC, is always that running back from that you never heard of that just go off. And I'm not saying that he's gonna be like the greatest running back, but he might make some noise on a team that's like going through a lot of changes, and um and I feel like he can just show and prove. And I feel like it's gonna be a lot of checkdowns, given the new quarterback that's going to be there. It's either check downs or it'll be like deep bombs they're going to be throwing for the Vikings. So I think, you know, him and the quarterback about the same height. I really think I'm joking, but no, I really think like Desmond Claiborne gonna make some noise.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go. Jordan Tyson, my favorite player in the draft, but he's not really dark horse. But I just wanted it on record when he killed, and we can replay this clip over and over again because I called it. But my dark horse is going to be. I'm gonna go with Malachi Fields. I think that with the Malik Neighbors injury over there with the Giants, and they have no real bona fide number two. They got a new offensive coordinator over there. Jackson Dart's supposed to be something. Malachi Fields is a big body target. I think he might get in there and make some.
That's a good shout.
I also like
All right,
Dunn.
all right
Honestly,
there.
I would say I'm gonna go with two of them. I'm gonna say Jordan Tyson just because I think he's gonna be really, really productive, even beyond like this comparing rookies. I think he's gonna be a fourth or fifth round pick next year in fantasy, probably third round, honestly. Um,
So you
I
think
think
his
it's Fernando
injuries won't
Mendoza,
play
honestly.
effect?
I
Mendoza.
think he's just I don't know. It's just it's something visually. I think it's just something like New Orleans is a great landing spot for guys that's like quick and like that
The
fits
turf.
his skill set. But
Yeah.
my overall pick would be Fernando Mendoza. I think Fernando Mendoza. I was a year early on the Raiders. I don't know if people remember this. I talked about the Raiders being productive last year. I think I was a year early. I didn't anticipate Geno Smith being the worst quarterback ever in life and falling off the cliff. Um, I firmly believe Kirk Cousins is going to be bad as well, and then they're going to put Fernando Mendoza in. He going to
So
step
what
get
game?
tip.
What game he gonna start?
Let me look here. I want to give a real educated guess here. Off the top of my head, without knowing their schedule, I would guess week 5 or 6. I think it's going to be pretty early. Like they
I was
play the
thinking
Cardinals
5.
week 1, that's winnable. Texans
Mm-hmm.
lost, 49ers lost. See, like they play the dog. They could possibly be 2-2 by week 4 and kind of steady the ship. Oh, that's the
But I think
preseason.
it just depends
They
on.
play the Dolphins and the
I think it just
Chargers.
depends on how.
I think like week 5 or 6. I think Fernando Mendoza is really good. I think people think it was a fluke,
Yeah.
and I don't think people realize like he's really good. I watched a lot of his tape just because I was watching Elijah Surratt and Omar Cooper, and like I'm watching them, and I'm like, man, the ball placement. I'm like, that's more impressive. The throw is more impressive than anything I was watching them do. So like, I came away really impressed with him. And then to think like he got
So
Tom Brady as a resource, and I think they're going in the
and he
right
was doing
direction.
that
They
same
play the
thing
tough
at
division,
Cal.
but see, I never knew nothing about him at Cal. He was a complete unknown to
See
me.
what I'm saying? Like that's if you watch him, if you just look up and watch his tapes at Cal, he was genuinely doing the same exact thing. It's just he didn't have any offense around him. But how you were saying about ball
Mm-hmm.
placement and all that, he was doing the same exact thing at Cal. That's why Indiana went and actually grabbed him just because of what he was doing at Cal.
My only worry about Mendoza is I think they really want to protect him. I think you have a new coach, you have a new team system. I think he might just not play enough this first year for him to have that big effect.
I'm going Mendoza because of how bad Kirk Cousins is. Watch.
He's gonna have no choice.
But yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Well, you want to, Nolan? You
All
want to
right.
hit your? You got a dark horse?
Yeah, I said Carson Beck.
Oh no, my bad. So that's everybody. Let me do mine then. Um,
Yeah, I
Without
was
the
about to say you got to do
bias, I
yours.
think Lemon is really gonna kick off. But taking the bias away, I think it's gonna be between Elijah Sherratt and I'll say Antonio Williams. I think Antonio Williams got a lot of opportunity to do something over there. Nobody's there. Scary Terry, I don't think he's as scary as what he was before. Um,
He's not.
Jaden, I think, gonna come back, get ready to, cook up after the injury, second year slump, all that good stuff. I think that they could potentially, Antonio Williams could potentially make a
Another
little
thing,
noise over
who
there.
is their number two? Like right now, like who would be their
Him,
number two
him.
Yeah, it's him.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
receiver?
he is their number
offline,
two.
when we walk off of here,
Oh.
Nolan, I'd like to take a stab at Terry McLaurin. Let me know what you'll take for him.
You gonna say it?
Just want to
He's
see.
gonna talk about it on the pod. But okay, hey, all offers are welcome, and they will be fielded. So, um, I'm always down to trade. I'm saying everybody knows that right now. Um, you just gotta be willing to let me know. So, uh, but yeah, definitely. Uh, Hopefully we have enough time. I don't know if we do. I didn't want to make this too long, but we can, if y'all want, if you guys are willing. We have one more kind of like hot topic, hot piece that we wanted to kind of get through and get your guys' opinion. Um, the Cleveland Browns wide receiver core. I mean, they obviously drafted some players, some good players. What do you think? How do you think that wide receiver room is going to look and is going to be like, and then how's that going to impact dynasty? So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
I would say first and foremost, I don't trust the quarterback situation over there at all. So I don't think they're going to really do anything too big. I don't think Watson's going to have some big comeback. And while I'm rooting for Sanders, like every other black person in America, I just don't think he's going to be the answer over there. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. And I ain't really like what Todd Monkey did with Lamar. I know he had that first great season when he first came, but I don't really think he's ready to be the person that's going to revamp the Browns. But if you make me pick somebody, I'm gonna go with Old Faithful. I think it's still Jerry Judy's receiver. I think if you want me to pick
Oh
a
wow.
rookie, I think KC has the best chance to make some noise. But I think Jerry Judy is still being disrespected. Like he's not a former first round pick. Like he's still a good
Um,
That's a very valid point.
I'm pretty sure I'm on the bias side. I have Denzel Boston. If I had the opportunity, I would have took Denzel Boston over Casey Conception. I'm a Denzel Boston guy.
Really?
Pretty similar to pretty
Yeah.
similar to Legend's point when he talked about Maurice Jones-Drew, Champion, and Emmett Johnson. Like Maurice Jones-Drew is a guy that when he talks, you should listen. When he's talking about running backs, he kind of put me on Arian Foster way back when, and I was ahead of the Arian Foster train. I'm a big believer in Denzel Boston. Steve Smith told me a lot of, not told me personally, but did a big breakdown of how he felt Denzel Boston was probably the fourth best receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer in Denzel Boston. Like, I think he's done
Yeah.
it at a high level.
Wow.
I think he's done it at a high level for a while. He fits the prototype 6'4", 215. I think he'll be a big touchdown guy.
I agree with the commish because if you've been watching like the rookie camp and everything, you barely heard Concepcion's name. You heard nothing but Boston making play after play after play. I think Boston is going to be the best
Mm.
receiver and it's out of the draft on that team. I think it's going to be his team. So that's just why listening to like the
Oh,
tape and seeing who they're connecting with. I hear Boston's killing it in camp.
Mhm. Now, for
that's actually very
myself, when it comes to
surprising.
Boston, I mean Boston, Browns receiving core. I personally feel that ain't business I want to be in. More so it's about the quarterbacks, kind of like how Dunn spoke about. I'd rather have the quarterbacks when there's a lot of options and there's a lot of mixed bags. I'd rather just get in the business of see what quarterback can figure that out. I think that's kind of more of my thinking when there's a lot of question marks at like receivers. You got a lot going on. Jerry Judy, I feel like that was a spark to wake him up. Like, hey, we drafted these two receivers for a reason. When organizations do that, first round, second round specifically, they doing it for a reason. So again, I don't know what it looked like, but it's like, okay, just spread it out, whatever QB. That's kind of my motto when there's situations like that.
It made me laugh because I started thinking about Steve. I was thinking about Steve Smith, and he hates Jerry Judy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen that.
He don't like him at all.
When
Yeah.
Right.
these guys on, I'm gonna.
Definitely.
Well, I ain't gonna cut you off. No, I know you got to get in. When
Like,
these
yeah.
guys on bad teams, I always think to myself like, this quarterback they got don't matter. Like I'm thinking about Arch Manning. I'm thinking about
Future.
Sellers or I'm thinking about
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna
Yeah.
come in because they're gonna be in the lottery. They're gonna be in the lottery again next year,
Yep.
hoping to get one of these elite quarterbacks. And I just hope that changes their
Yep.
fortune.
Yeah.
It's real scary hours though. That's a good point with what Jerry Judy talking about. Like they drafted back to back wide receivers. Man, that's like a slap in the face. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also he could look at it as in like it's help, right? I mean, it's not like Jerry Judy went out there
Yeah.
and he was balling out. So
Mm-hmm.
He
yeah,
about to
no,
be gone.
yeah that
He about to
that
bag
Cleveland
groceries, man. I'm
Browns
sorry to let that go.
that
We go hit this podcast.
that Cleveland
That's
Browns
funny.
wide receiver room always had me kind of spooked because like I can't trust
Yeah, I
Cleveland
wouldn't touch
period.
it.
So I didn't
That's one
really
reason I
and
didn't draft one of those quarterbacks. So, you know, I could have drafted
like I
Concepcion.
like
I could have drafted. I was just concerned.
you
Mm-hmm.
And
know
Shannon's
and the
not
thing
going
is
nowhere.
I like Concepcion though. I do. I just he just needs to leave. He needs to leave that place for me to be okay with trying to go after him.
I think
That's my thing.
Concepcion has
So
easier paths to touches because I
Mm-hmm.
mean he could take all the short stuff and be just a little kind of gadget kind of player.
Yeah.
But I
right.
mean I see what y'all saying about Boston. He's a bigger, more wide receiver one kind of body type, so it might
Yeah.
be.
To me, KC remind me like a mini Zay Flowers or something like that. It kind of remind
Mm.
me slightly of a comp to that. But that's kind of how I look at it.
I'm hoping Denzel Boston like Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good
I'm
that's a good comp.
That's funny.
That's a good comp. All
hoping.
right. Well,
I'm hoping.
I think I think we're gonna wrap it up right there. Uh, I hey appreciate you fellas jumping on. This is I believe
Absolutely.
this is our first bonus episode, so definitely gonna get more of these episodes in before the season starts, so we can get the people kind of give them a little bit of here and there. Hopefully the Dunn Legend rivalry is gonna
Make
go
sure you clip
strong.
everything Legend said when we play.
Yep. Clip it.
Everybody,
It's
Timestamp
gonna
it
be
too.
go off.
everyone,
Yeah, we gotta play these
everyone is
plenty
And
very
just
clips.
is
be and
very
just be consistent.
everyone is
Cause
excited
I got proof. I got
about
receipts. Yo,
that about his upcoming rivalry, and we'll see how things shake out throughout the season.
is it really a
Uh,
He better hope
rivalry?
I run it
Is
back
it
on the
really a
gym.
rivalry though? Like if one
Don't do
person
that. Don't
wins
do
all
that.
the time, is it really a? I'm just saying, like outside of a
What is he
championship here or
talking about?
there,
Kevin Coon the
Yeah, what
first
is
time
he
he said
talking
it.
bro,
about?
like
Kevin
outside of
Coon
a
the first time he said it.
bro, in the
Offensive numbers
last
in like
like 5
history. I don't
years, like
remember any.
it has not like you've been taking L's. Pause. Like it's
Uh,
cool.
We'll see.
That's
yeah, I've
crazy.
been
We'll see how this
consistent.
carry over in this
I
dynasty.
got
You'll see,
okay.
watch, you go see.
Yeah.
You go see all this is fluff and all this is like, yeah, okay. I got proof now. I ain't
All
just
right.
crazy out here
All
yeah,
right.
stepping
So
on the table. I got proof. Y'all heard him,
Look,
so
look. All right, we're gonna cut
yeah.
y'all. Look.
All right,
yeah, we're
man. It's
gonna cut
all
y'all
No, no,
down.
good.
he
We'll
good.
cut y'all down. All right. But it's like I said, I do appreciate you fellas jumping on. Um, hopefully we could do a little bit more of this and get things rolling. So I don't know if I should do last party words for y'all because I feel like y'all are really just kind of take it to that next level. But if y'all do want
Yeah,
to
we talk
kind of
offline.
shout out, yeah, yeah. If y'all do want to shout out anything that you guys got going on, definitely feel free. We'll go ahead and start with Dunn, and then Wolf, and then Legend, and then we'll wrap it up and keep it moving. So go ahead, Dunn. If you got anything that you got going on, go ahead, shout it out.
No, I ain't got nothing, man. I just appreciate you being on the show. This was fun. Hope we can do it again. Legend, I'll see you week 2, baby.
All right.
Um, we'll keep it fantasy football related. Ashton Genty, Ashton Genty, Ashton Genty, fellas. I told you guys.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Legend.
I appreciate being on the podcast. It's always a pleasure being here. Let's get these ratings up. Let's go viral. I love my brothers. It's just some of them you just gotta handle a little different. That's it. So good luck this season. You gonna need it. So, all right, y'all be good.
All right. All right. Anything, Kaleem, you got to before we sign off?
No, man. You take some lemons, make lemonade. That's all I gotta say. But I appreciate y'all coming on. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, all love.
Let's go. I
All
agree.
love.
All
I had
right.
to
We
come up with a saying
appreciate
for Ashton
y'all
Genty.
Mhm.
giving us a listen, giving us a shout. Until next time, y'all have a great and wonderful fantasy day. All right, peace.